So the goal here is to get to the delicious food part. I think I'm in the block currently. From the pan, look how good that looks. Are sticking more. Interesting. Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new, which you probably are because I'm just starting this channel, welcome. I wanted to give a little bit of a chat before we get into the whole thing because I kind of wanted to give a little bit of explanation of what I'm doing, why I'm doing it really quickly. So I want to be a pro cook. I think I'm a pretty good home cook, but definitely could be better, 1000%. I know just a little bit of everything, like a little bit of technique on roasting, a little bit of technique on grilling or searing, but I don't know the fundamentals or how to do it maybe way better than what I'm doing. So this is my journey on how to become a pro cook. It's so easy to follow a recipe. However, I don't really know the fundamentals behind it, or I don't know why this works. And maybe if I knew the why, it would be better for me to do cooking on my own versus always just following a recipe and getting ideas from a recipe. We're going to work through Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat by Samin Nosrat. So I've had this book for a long time. She's been through the ringer. She's definitely beat up. I've had it since 2017 and I've used it every few years. I come back to it just to refresh myself on what I need to do. And the reason I started this whole series is I feel like recently my food has not been up to just up to my par. I feel like maybe I'm under seasoning or I'm just missing something. So we're gonna start with salt. I think I, right now, am maybe undersalting my food. I don't think I'm doing enough. So we're going to try some experiments. So I'm going to do two different things. I'm going to have a chicken and I'm going to have potato. Please join along this journey with me. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be great. We're just going to have fun in the kitchen. At the end of the day, that's all we're doing. We're having fun in the kitchen. It's not always going to be super serious. It's just going to be laughs. We're going to try. I'm going to oversalt something. I'm going to burn something. I'm sure of it. I'm going to overcook something. I'm going to make something dry. Same thing with the juiciness levels. Could be better. Probably my fault. I'm going to do it all because how are you going to get better if you don't make mistakes? And I think come along this journey with me and comment down below if you have any other cookbooks that you think would be great, like recommendations. I'm gonna do next, after we go through this series, we're gonna do Flavor by Ottolenghi to learn how to make vegetables really good. All right, we're in the kitchen. We're gonna get started. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prep the chicken, get that kind of salted and leave it for 20 minutes. And then while I'm doing that, I'm also going to prep the potatoes. And I also want that soaking for 20 minutes first because I saw that makes a fluffier, crispier roasted potato. So we're going to get both prepped, seasoned, and then once the 20 minutes is done, we'll get started with the cooking. All right, so we're starting with this book. We're going to be working on salt. So as we go through the book, she kind of shows how you want to season your chicken. So if you can do for a day or 8 hours, we're on option 3. We're on the ASAParoonie. So we're going to get started with that. So for the chicken, I have sliced it in half already because it's a pretty large chicken breast. So on this side, we're going to season it the way that she prefers. And then on this side, I'm going to season it with the way that I would normally do it, which is definitely a lot less salt. All right, we're going to start with mine first because hers actually uses a lot of science. So we'll go through that. So for mine, I'll just take my little salt shaker. And I'll say, now I'm not going to measure mine because I'm just going based off what I would normally do. So that's how much I would normally do, which I feel like is probably maybe a tablespoon's worth. Okay, so for hers, she says that it is for boneless meat. So for this boneless chicken, it's 1.25 times the weight. So we're gonna weigh it and then calculate what we need to do. I have my scale. I'm just gonna put this on. So the chicken itself weighs about 253 grams. We are going to multiply 253 times 0.0125. So we get 3.16 grams of salt. So I'm gonna zero this out. And then I'm just gonna have my salt. So we'll do like as much as we can. So we're gonna do, I guess, 2 on this side. Flip her around with my clean hand. We'll try to get to, here's 3, 4. Okay, we'll leave it there. So I'm gonna leave these for 20 minutes, let it brine out, and then I will cook them. Now, I'm not gonna season these with anything else because this is meant to just be based on salt. Back to the chicken. So this has probably been brining, seasoned for maybe about 35-40 minutes. My pan is nice and hot. We're gonna put in some olive oil and then put our chicken. So now I'm gonna flip the chicken, and I waited until it fully released from the pan. I wasn't tugging at it, so then when I flipped it, it would at least have some browning. That's the main thing with like any type of protein. You just want to let it release naturally from the pan. Look how good that looks. Wow. So I'm gonna let it cook on the other side until it gets to 165 internal temperature. And then we'll let it cool for a minute because I don't want to cut it too early and let the juices run out. And then we'll see how it comes out. Okay, I'm going to plate my chicken ahead of time so then I can pre-salt it now a little bit. I've seasoned. And then this is the one that I've used the measurement seasoning. So normally how I probably would season this after is I would just do like a little sprinkle of seasoning on top. But for this one, I'm gonna use sea salt seasoning because in the book she says that we should layer the salt, like layer different types of salt. So between the sea salt or the other Himalayan pink salts or all kinds of salt. So I'm just gonna kind of give like a little pinch through. Okay, so for the potatoes, I have 2 roughly even size, but I'm honestly chopping it all up. And I'm gonna put it in water to soak for about 20 minutes because I saw that that makes it taste better, like texture-wise. Even though this is purely about salt, I still want the texture to be good. So maybe we'd like 2 birds, 1 stone kind of thing. Because I've never pre-soaked my potatoes before I put them to boil. So we're gonna get that going. I'm gonna try to make them as evenly sized as possible because for the ones that are salted, I want the salt to try to penetrate through as much as the potato. All right, I have all the potatoes cut up. I'm gonna put them in my bowl. We're going to soak them, and then after we soak these, we'll come back. Okay, I have my 2 pots of water that I'm gonna be using to boil the potatoes. So one I'm gonna season and one I'm not because I haven't been seasoning my potatoes or putting salt in the water. So this is already gonna taste better than what I normally do. Salt after, but I've never actually salted the water, which makes 100% sense because you salt your pasta water. So this one's gonna be plain, nothing, and then this one, I'm gonna do, she says like a palm, like salt the sea or make your water taste like the sea. So I'm gonna do maybe like 2 palmfuls, like really salted. 1 for good measure. So we're gonna put the potatoes in evenly. So I'm gonna do some in this pot and some in this one. Right, so we have our potatoes. These are the salted ones. So I'm gonna put these in a different roasting pan. So first I'm gonna just dump these out. I'm gonna put olive oil, just so they get the crispiness. And then we're gonna salt. So we're gonna put some, about, I guess, 2 pinchfuls, which is probably maybe like a tablespoon and a half of salt. And then shake these up. Give them a little toss. I'm not being skimpy with the olive oil either. I want these crispy. Here's my next one. These are the unsalted. These are the unsalted potatoes. I'm gonna throw those in. Do some olive oil. Okay, so for this one, I'm actually just gonna use the hand grinder salt, not this salt. So I think that's what I would normally do anyway, is I would just kind of go with this one, which is definitely going to be less than I think if I did it by hand. So I'm going to go about that. So a few seconds with that. Same amount of olive oil. It's just the salt that's going to be a little bit different because I wouldn't think to do the hand kosher salt. I would just do the little grinder one. Time to check on our potatoes. They're probably about halfway. So it's been about 15 minutes. Oh, they're getting crispy. At 425, I'm gonna actually increase the temperature to 500 and then let them cook in there again for maybe about another 10 minutes. These were the other ones. Actually, these ones stick more. Interesting. I wonder if that has to do with the salt or if it's just my pan. But yeah, these ones definitely are sticking more. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if that has to do with the salt because it drew the moisture differently. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to oil these up a little bit more just to get them from sticking a little less, but we're gonna get these back in till they're crispy. These up. So here first we have the ones that have been salted beforehand. So, wow, they sound like really crispy too. Which were these ones? These ones definitely stuck to the pan. Now, I don't know if it's actually because my pan on this one is different than the other one, but a little bit stickage, but that's okay. Still got crispy potatoes. So I'm gonna put these on this plate. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with the chicken, and I'm gonna season this one with just a little bit of salt. And then this one, we're gonna do the Maldon sea salt. All right, so we're gonna get right into it. So I think we're gonna start with the bad one first. So chicken is the inside. I think it's pretty good. Not bad at all. I would probably give this like a 7 out of 10. I think maybe a little bit drier, so that's probably on me on my cooking versus the salt aspect of it. So I think the real competition here is gonna be the potato. So we're gonna try the potato. This one, I only salted it before it went in the oven and like a little bit after. I definitely can see this is the cooking where I'm usually like, oh, I'm missing something. Like, it's good, but it needs something else. Like, that's what I'm getting. So I'm gonna give these probably a 6 out of 10. We're gonna try this one. Inside, we are cooked. The browning, amazing. Same thing with the juiciness levels. Could be better, probably my fault. Definitely way different. Okay, so my key notes here are the finishing it with the sea salt versus the table kosher grind salt. World of difference. It tastes so much better. Like, I don't know if I'm being dramatic, but it really does taste different. Okay, so now we're gonna do the potato. Good if I got into a shot there. We're gonna do A lot to think about on that one. So yes, it's better. We knew that was gonna happen because I seasoned the water. So yes, it's better. Tastes really good. I like it. It does taste like restaurant quality potatoes. Like, they're crispy. The sea salt in the end just gives it the extra flair. So definitely recommend. I think this was a great first start for my for my journey. I think this was great because I'm learning the fundamentals of how to cook. So now I know going forward with seasoning vegetables, with seasoning my protein, to season them with salt ahead of time. So next episode, we're gonna work on fat, which is great. So then we're gonna keep moving forward. We're gonna learn a new technique every week. So please follow along. If you're new here and you've made it this far, thank you. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe, comment, come along on this journey with me. If there's any techniques that you think would be great for a person to learn how to cook, like a pro cook, let me know in the comments. So today we've done salt. Next time we'll do fat, then acid, then heat, and we'll go through each one and then kind of just do these like little experiments and see how they come out. So I hope to see you guys next week. I hope you join along in on this journey with me, but we'll see you then.